guys, DevStream177 brought us some bad and good news. Mostly bad, but hey, still some news. Firstly, we got introduced to Dante. This Warframe is unique since it's the first Warframe to have an exalted tome with no restrictions on how many tome mods you can equip on it. This Warframe has a unique gameplay since you need to press two abilities to form an attack with his second and third. His second is light, his third is dark. You press light and dark, you form an attack, dark and light and light, dark and dark. You get the point. But we'll explain everything in detail once the Warframe comes live. Also, they talked about some changes that will happen in the Netracells, adding new mission type with more challenge and more rewards, and removing the arcanes that we didn't want, like melee exposure, and the arcanes that you can buy with standing from Birth 3, making it more easier to get the high tier arcanes like melee duplicate and melee crescendo. And the new game mode will offer more reward, more challenge, but the problem is you will be tied to a certain loadout, so you gotta make sure that you have everything you need, since you won't be able to change it through the missions. This game mode will consist of 3 missions. You can change your loadout through them. Once you finish one, you will get shoved into the second, and so on. Also, we got introduced to new incarnate weapons. One of them is Unos, which is a secondary, and Ruvox, which is a melee fists, but they didn't go into details. Well, technically, they talked about the coin sound effect of the melee, but we'll talk in detail once the update comes. Now with Inaros Rework, his passive changed from the old garbage that he had. Now, once you die, you will turn into a sand mummy that revive itself by hitting enemies. Not killing them, just hitting them. Each time you die, you get the requirement of hits increases. His first ability is still the same. Second ability is his former third ability, but with less, how can I say it, less clunkiness, and doesn't ragdoll enemies away from you. His third ability is his old fourth ability with its augment, and you can cast it while moving. You don't need to stay static on your place for God knows how much time to build up your armor stacks. And the augment is built in the ability now, and it gives you armor. I'm not sure why the armor is very low. It's either the Warframe is not modded or the percentages are low, but we'll know everything once the update comes live. Now his fourth ability attacks enemies with corrosive damage and corrosive status effect, and once an enemy dies with its effect, he turns into a sand cat that attacks enemies with you. Also, we got introduced to 10 new augments for Stanax, Loki, Neja, Baruch, Chroma, and Yareli, Nidus, Citrine, Lavos, and Kullervo. Yareli's augment became a mandatory one since the Warframe is technically, I'm not gonna say useless, but clunky to use, and her second ability is very useless. Now her second ability is more useful with the augment, since it will make Merlina a pet that CCs enemies for you every 2 seconds. So yeah, you need now the augment to make a better Yareli, and I don't know, helmet off her Echo Blades or something. And Loki got buffed. His decoy now scales with the enemy's HP, meaning he's a bit tankier than before and will take some damage, not get obliterated with a touch. And this also will work really good with his new augment, since it will allow the decoy to spread status effects and reflect the damage taken. Also, they talked about Eclips Rework. Eclips now doesn't take into consideration the light surroundings. Now it's either tap or hold, but the problem is its mechanic itself is changed. Eclipse before is a final damage multiplier that multiplies the incoming damage of your weapon, meaning once you finish the crit damage, crit chance, I don't know, static chance, viral multiplier, base damage multiplier, once you finish all of these calculations, Eclipse comes into play and multiply the result of these. Now it's basically a serration, but let's say it's a better Vex armor, so you can mod around that. I mean, you can change the Merciless Dexterity Arcanes for something else. Not sure, like Frostbite maybe, but it's fucked up. And Nourish also got a hit since it's really popular. I mean, the ability's broken. Yeah, it needed something. The nerf is for the helmet one, not for Grindel himself. I mean, okay, it's not gonna change much. Still, the ability's still broken. But hey, it's a bit toned down. That's it for me. Hope you enjoy. Can I finish? Like seriously, can I finish? Thank you. That's it for me. Hope you enjoyed the video and learned something new. Please consider subscribing. It's free. You can always change your mind. Also, dropping a like is very appreciated. Stay tuned and see you all next time in the next video. Bye bye.
With